guys, welcome back. I'm your host Claire Ndhlalambi, and this is the MelVee Family Pod. You can find me on Instagram at claire.ndh.ww. I'm here with my brothers.
This is Ryan here again. This is episode 7. Where you can find me on Instagram, your boy _Ryan.ww.
You remember?
I remember.
Wow.
Good man.
Nice one.
Good job.
I'm going to copy
You again.
And this is your boy Mara. You can catch me on my Instagram, Mara. And we are back again with episode 7. Yeah.
What's up, guys? My name is Wayne Ndhlalambi, and you can find me on Instagram at Wayne_NDH. And also, don't forget to go check us out on MelVee Broadcasting Network on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and
TikTok.
TikTok.
Don't
Yeah,
forget in
TikTok.
TikTok, my
TikTok.
TikTok.
Yeah, man, like it's something new, but yeah.
Yes, so guys, the last episode 6, was quite fire, bro. Fire.
And deep.
Topic.
Deep
Hey,
topic.
it was deep.
Broad.
All of us could relate to
You can't say
it.
it was fire, it was...
It was lava.
Yeah.
So, to carry on with the topic of bullying, we want to touch on a surface level mental effect of it, right? And we all know that when you're being bullied, you feel sad, you feel low. Your self-esteem goes down, it's no more as high. You're now shy. You fear like, what are people thinking about me? Or, you become more self-conscious, right? So in this episode, we're also going to be calling up some people, and I don't know if that's available for us to call them. Do you think you'll be available? Because I'm a busy man.
We're more call.
Yeah, let's just call
Yeah.
him.
Yeah, we should
Yeah,
call him
we're
in
definitely.
gonna call him
Yeah.
most definitely. So, what do you guys think is the main mental effect of bullying on a person's mind? I'll direct it to Maranatha.
Straight across the table.
The main
Yeah.
mental. Why did you direct that to me? Well, can you hear me? I'm on this one, bro. Can you take it off?
I mean, mental effects of bullying, it can change. Firstly, I guess you could look at self-esteem, because self-esteem does not start in the body physically, but starts in the mind, which is a mental thought, and one's view on themselves can change. That's one of the effects. And we know when people are bullied, definitely the way they look at themselves changes, and just the way they do things. So ultimately, mentally, it changes everything.
Yeah.
For the person. That person will never be the same. They'll never look at themselves the same. They'll never look at people the same again. And I guess that's what I could just end on. It changes a person entirely. And also, it could definitely put someone into depression.
Yeah.
Mentally. Not mentally, sorry. It puts someone into depression. Starting off mentally, you can be...
On depression, as you say.
Yeah.
You start by... You're going to be stressed at first. Then after you're stressed, you go to depression. Yeah, so it's like it's a different level, because stress and depression are two different things altogether. But firstly, you'll be stressed, because you can't just go to depression before you're stressed. You'll be like, first is stress, then you go to depression. So I was just adding on what were you saying. Yeah.
At least you said something.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Ryan, what about you? Aiden?
Oh yeah, I'm just saying this is from the website stopbullying.gov. It mentions here how research suggests that children and youth who are bullied over time are more likely than those not bullied to experience depression, anxiety, and low self-esteem.
Yeah.
Like I mentioned, mentally it starts up here. It affects everything else.
Affects all your
goes
body.
through. They are also more likely to be lonely and want to avoid school.
Yeah.
There are many ways parents and youth-serving adults can prevent and address bullying. So
I guess besides before you talk, besides
Yeah.
avoiding going to school, even going out, even to
In general.
even just to meet your friends or to
what do they call people who want to keep to themselves? The extroverts or introverts? Introverts, right?
Yeah. I think other thing, definitely you'll be antisocial. Yeah, when you're bullied, you'll be antisocial, because you don't want to be talking to people, because the first thing that comes to your mind is you're going to be scared. What are these guys going to do to me when I start talking to them, or when I start playing with them? So it's going to affect you, definitely.
Yeah.
What I can say, what it does to the mental of a person being bullied. I mean, a lot can happen. firstly they'll be really sad. Be a really sad person. Talking to people, you don't really be as nice to them as it is to people who aren't bullied. Yeah, it does a lot to them, like to them also physically, when it runs down from the mental.
Yeah.
Because I mean, usually when people are bullied, they tend, because they're sad. There's people who eat when they're sad.
Stress eating.
Stress eating. So it can also do a lot to the physical body when it starts from the mental.
Yeah.
So basically, when the mental is affected, the physical expresses it.
So on this website here that I've got on Dr. Google, right? The website is bmd.com, right? And it gives like 5 short-term effects of it. I think the ones that's giving me here are like quite long-term also. So it says anxiety, depression, low self-esteem, difficulty sleeping, self-harm, and suicidal thoughts. Right? And it really does go to those extents. There's a story.
Wait. Come again with this. Come again.
Anxiety, depression, low self-esteem, difficulty sleeping, self-harm, or suicidal thoughts. Right.
If you look at those, like the order that he gave us, if you look at there's anxiety, next was what?
The depression,
low self-esteem,
difficulty sleeping,
you can't sleep,
self-harm, or suicidal thoughts.
You see, so it's going like in an order. It's the levels, because eventually after all you have suicide thoughts. So it's like it's trying to explain how it goes.
And I think it was in 2020. There's a story of a girl that was bullied at school. You know, and the her and the bully got into a fight, and then the next day she committed suicide because of it. And people who were there, people were watching the fight. They were there screaming, "Yeah, beat her!" But when she killed herself, they're like, "Oh, I'm so sorry." It's like, how can you?
You can't be sorry when the person is gone already,
and you are part of the situation.
And I think bystanders are a part of the bullying as much as the bully, because you're there watching it happen. You're not doing anything to stop it. And when someone finally
actually promoting bullying,
can you call it second-hand bullying? Is that a thing?
Second-hand bullying.
Yeah, that could be a thing.
Because there's the main bully, and then you're watching them bully someone.
And in a way, you're not stopping the bullying.
Yeah.
So I think, in a way, it's second-hand bullying.
Not in a way, it is. They mentioned how you're not helping out in any way. You're just there recording it. And this,
you're actually recording.
At the end of the day, when you post on social media, remember, once you post something, it's there forever.
It's there forever.
No matter what you say. You can delete it now, but someone has most probably the screen grabbed it, and that's it.
Just like taking out Colgate from the tube. You can't put it back.
You can't. That's it.
That's
not everything will go back in.
You try. Something will go back in, but not everything.
Yeah, it's true. And I think people don't really like to talk about the mental effects of bullying. You know, and as a child, you're still so young, you're still trying to figure out yourself and the world. Now you've got this bullying on top of that, you know, and that's why sometimes they turn to self-harm, because it's like, the bully's harming me, I have nothing else to do, and then you start thinking, oh, okay, fine, if I harm myself, maybe it'll take the pain away, or something. It's that mental thought, you know. And you won't really hear it in the news, but over the years they've been preaching stop bullying, you know, any type of bullying, cyber, physical, virtual, and social bullying, you know. It affects you physically, like Ryan said, it affects you in the body. You start having eating disorders, and you start losing weight, or you start gaining weight, you know, and you start getting eye bags, and you can't focus, sleepless nights and stuff like insomnia. And it also affects you spiritually. Sometimes you will think, no one loves me at all. I can't take it to God anymore, because quite frankly, he doesn't care. He's not doing anything to stop this.
He's not helping me in any way.
Yeah,
so
he's
why
not
should
helping
I?
me.
Yeah.
You know, it affects you spiritually, mentally, physically. And I think if for those viewers out there, if you're still being bullied, take it to someone you can talk to, in the last episode, in episode 6, you said talk to someone. Because it really will weigh heavy on you to the point where you think, if I just go, it'll be much better. You know, I won't be bullied.
If I go, I won't get this. If I go, then they'll not bother me anyway. Yeah, exactly. So if you have this, if you're experiencing this, guys, the viewers out there, please talk to someone, as you said, and to also say this in the last episode. Talk to someone, a friend, a family friend,
and someone that you trust too.
Exactly.
That can listen.
That can listen to you. Because some people you just tell them and then they'll just leave you. So you need someone who can trust, who you can talk to, your family, your brothers, your sisters, your coco, your aunt, whoever.
Your dog. But I know someone you really trust.
Someone that you can really trust. Yeah.
And also, like I think Maranatha mentioned it in the previous episode, it allows like weight. This is burden that just gets off of you.
Gets off you
because of you telling someone. Because you don't want to be carrying that. I mean, carrying all that weight on your chest, like mentioned, is going to get you to be very anxious. And then that anxiety leads into depression. And then that depression leads into self-harm.
So you can think of it like this. Like when you talk to someone, you have a hiking bag, right? Usually your hiking bag is heavy.
Already.
Yes.
It's when you start walking like this, your back is
hunched back.
Yeah. Once you take off that bag, the relief from your body is just like, finally, it's gone.
Of course, you feel tired.
You feel tired,
but then the weight from
relieved.
your exactly. So yeah, talk to someone.
So as you said in the beginning, we want to call up some people, right? And our first caller is Omolemo. This is Wayne's friend, and I know her a little bit because she was a matric at our school, right? So
one of the prefects.
Oh yeah, one of the prefects.
She's also my friend.
yeah.
So
we're gonna give her a call and let's see her view on bullying.
Hey. How are you?
I'm good, and you guys?
We're good.
All right. So you are here talking to Wayne, which is I. I've got Claire, Ryan, and Maranatha.
Hello.
Hey.
Oh, okay. Hi.
The energy went up.
Yeah, man. So go ahead.
So today's episode we're talking about bullying and the mental aspects of bullying. So I wanted to know, what's your view on bullying as an individual?
My view. Okay. Well, you said the mental aspects, right?
Omo.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, you kind of sound muffled there.
Oh, can you hear me now?
Yes, very clear, nice one. There we go. Yeah, you can carry on.
Okay. So, well, obviously bullying has a negative impact on obviously a person's mental health, right? And it does take a lot of time to recuperate from seasonal bullying. Like, let's say if you've been bullied for like decades or years, it does take a long time to forget things people say or what they did to you. So, in my opinion, bullying is, and I feel like in our world today, we have different words for bullying and people don't associate it. Like abuse. Abuse is a form of bullying. Discrimination is a form of bullying. Racism is a form of bullying. Like, I feel like people like disclassify bullying as one of those major issues and think it's a baby issue when really it happens everywhere and anywhere.
You just give it a different name, trying to hide
exactly.
They'll be like, oh no, but this is not as bad as that kind of thing. Is that what you're saying?
Exactly.
Okay.
They're making bullying seem as a child thing. That's the thing.
Very true.
Yeah.
I mean, we discussed it in the previous episode, how people at work
can be bullied as well,
It has no age.
Yeah.
It has no age.
So I wanted to also know, have you been bullied in all these years that you've lived?
I feel like everybody, honestly, has been bullied. So, I have been. The thing is, right?
No, but
Yeah.
as,
You
as
might
you
not
say,
classify it
yeah, but
as bullying yourself, but in reality, it is bullying. But
As-
you just don't see it yourself.
as you said, right? There's abuse is a type of bullying. Racism is a type of bullying. So maybe I have been bullied in a way that I didn't recognize. Maybe
Because
it
of
was
all the classifications.
Yeah. So I guess
Exactly.
she said what we couldn't say in the last episode. Because when you ask yourself, has she been bullied? You're like, but so
Yeah.
everyone has been bullied before. Just we don't know one name to
Use,
to use
exactly.
in that way. Yeah.
So we also need to know, what's your tips for the viewers out there? What's your tips on how to heal from being bullied?
Heal. I feel like self-appreciation is really important.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes you gotta motivate yourself, realize your potential, because everybody else can look down on you, but the thing is, you gotta keep yourself in check.
Most definitely.
And I also feel like finding people who you can impact and they can impact you in a positive way is a great start,
Yeah, most definitely. Well, you really brought some good points to the table, hey. Ew. Yeah.
Nah, like she even mentioned how there's different names for bullying.
We didn't even think about that.
Yeah.
Well, in fact, we had the thought, but then it's just that we didn't really expand on it. And we couldn't really find the words. Because I remember last episode, we were all trying to think, how could we name this and all that. So
But
I really
also,
liked
the
that.
thing I liked was is she said what she said at the end, like you should motivate yourself. There's a saying that says
Exactly.
I have a sad story too, so you better move on. Yeah, so
Yes, but
I
It's
was
not
like,
easy though.
yeah, it's not
gonna
easy.
be quick. That's
exactly.
the thing.
So, but then if you motivate yourself first before you tell someone, I think that's like
Exactly.
the
It starts
biggest
with you.
It starts with you exactly. So,
yeah.
to the viewers out there, you should motivate yourself first before you go talk to
Definitely.
someone. Because if you go talk to someone before motivating yourself, somehow if you have, let me say, a small trigger, you go back to that depression because you haven't motivated yourself first.
Exactly.
So first motivate yourself, then go talk to someone.
Yeah.
It's like basically looking for validation in yourself before you go to others.
Exactly.
That's what it is.
Exactly.
So yeah,
Well, thank you, Omolemo.
thank you so much for your
No
time.
problem.
Thank you.
Thank you guys.
Hi,
It's
we
much
hope to
appreciated.
have
The
you in
pleasure is
the
ours.
next one. Hey, we must bring these
Alright.
good points.
I mean, she's a thinker that I can vouch for.
Yeah.
Every single time, whenever we're in class, you just see Uma sitting there spaced out. Uma, are you okay? No, I'm just thinking.
Wait,
I'm just
confirm
thinking.
you studied psychology.
Yes. So
Psychologist.
Ah, we see.
Okay.
So maybe one of these days when you get into some stuff on psychology, we'll just call you in
Yeah.
and give us a little
Yeah.
rundown. We know you're a first year, but I guess there's some things that you studying. So
Yeah,
just get
yeah.
your views.
yeah.
But yeah, no, man. Thank you so much.
Thank
for
you
your
so
time,
much
Uma.
for joining us.
Thank you.
No problem. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
She said some good points, guys.
Hey man.
Hey.
She brought back
Motivate yourself,
that
guys.
comment
Mm.
that anything like, let's say, bullying or peer pressure has no age.
Mm-hmm.
That's a strong point there.
And also about the names that we can call bullying. There's racism is bullying, abuse is bullying. I don't know. Discrimination is bullying.
There's a lot.
There's a lot you can say. Everyone has been bullied somewhere, and some people are being bullied right now, and some people are bullying people in a way that they don't even know that they're bullying people.
And especially in the society we live in today, like she said, the many names that are given to bullying or the other subdivisions of bullying, people might look at them as like, oh no, that's nothing bad. I mean, that's for kids. Bullying is for kids, because it's the thing we talk about in school, and after that we never really talk about it. Now we name it like, oh no, that's racism. Oh no, that's discrimination. That's this, and that kind of removes
the bullying name from
exactly,
it,
and also the weight of the word bullying itself, if I can put it like that, for lack of better words. Because when you say bullying, it's a serious topic. The seriousness of it, sorry. Yes, the seriousness is removed from it. Because now you just like bullying. Oh no, but that's something you face in school. Because most of the time, I'm sure whenever we hear bullying, it just happens in school.
Exactly.
We never really
It's
mention
a
it
school
outside of school. You get it? So yeah, no man, she brought some good points, and also motivating yourself. I like that point
that
because
was a good one.
one thing I've really been doing for myself throughout the years, I'm sure for those who watched the first episode, you'd remember me saying that I'm the sports person in the house, right? And throughout my journey, me just exercising, going to gym and stuff, I've always told myself to be my own motivator, my own coach. There's times where Ryan would come with me, Mara would come with me, Andrew, Dad, whatever. But if I'm ready to push myself whenever I'm training alone, I'd just like be my own motivator. If I wasn't, like, there's days where I'd get there and I'd be like, man, I don't feel like exercising. And if I kept on telling myself that, I wouldn't have gone anyway. And I would have ended by now. So always be your first motivate
Motivate yourself before someone motivates you.
Yeah, you must be your own validator. Seek validation in yourself first.
Imagine if you put the 20% for yourself, then someone just comes and put the 80 or the 70%. So put something for yourself before you go seek for others.
So I'm gonna give Nyasha a call. She couldn't be on the last one because some unforeseen problems.
Okay.
But yeah, so we're gonna give her a call. Let's see if she answers.
Hello. Hi Nyasha.
Hi.
How you doing?
Hi. I'm good, thank you.
I'm alright.
How are you?
I'm good. So on the table, we have Ryan, Claire, and Wayne.
Hello.
Hello, guys.
How are you?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
That's good.
So,
Alright.
Yeah. So I actually have been friends with Nyasha for quite a long. It's been a long time. Yeah, and Nyasha.
We've been friends for a while.
And we've been talking about bullying, right? And in the last episode, we've been talking about bullying. Also, this episode, we're also talking about bullying. And we have a couple of questions that we would like to ask you. And I'll hand you over to our host, Claire. Yeah.
Hi.
Yeah, so the first question, right? Like, what's your view on the biggest? What's the biggest mental effect of bullying on a person in your opinion?
In my opinion, I think the biggest mental effect is self-esteem.
Yeah.
Yeah, because once everyone's used to teasing you or stuff like that, it just brings you down in a way. So
True.
I think for me that's the biggest mental effect that bullying has on a child, even an adult.
I think this is the first person to actually mention adults.
Exactly. I was about to say it.
Yeah.
But wait, almost said bullying is something about age as well. So
Was it a comment mentioned that Ryan mentioned that bullying has no age afterwards?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Oh, it was you, right?
No, she said that it can even happen when you're older. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay.
That's
Yeah.
what she
So,
said, yeah.
okay.
Yeah, so Nyasha wanted to ask, have you ever been bullied and how have you healed from that?
I've never been bullied. No,
but
never.
You know what, Nyasha, we discovered something on the last call, right? So what we discovered is bullying will come in a different way, and sometimes you won't even know it's bullying because you discover that abuse is bullying, racism is bullying, discrimination is bullying,
and there's many others.
And there are many others, other things that can define bullying in a way. Yeah, so I don't know if you've been discriminated. Yeah.
Like you said, sometimes you don't even notice that you're being bullied.
Yeah.
So probably I've been bullied, but because I'm so used to it happening to me most of the time, it's so normal to me. I don't even think it's bullying.
And I think going back to what Umulemo said, just from what Nyasha said also, is seasonal bullying.
Yeah.
It happens so much that you forget.
You forget that
this is bullying.
This is bullying.
It becomes a normal routine.
Yeah.
That's that.
Imagine people go, you fat toe. You
And you even answer to it.
Exactly. It's like, yo, sure.
Feto,
What's up? So you get used to it.
Yeah. And I mean, another question really would be, since you say you don't really know, or you've gotten so used to it, have you experienced someone being bullied? Have you seen it happen to someone that you know?
Yes, actually, in high school, being fat shamed, being body shamed, I believe it's a form of bullying. So, she ended up being this person. She didn't care anymore. Because anything she did, anything she said, it would always result to being body shamed at the end of the day. So it affected her really, her self-esteem. She wasn't as confident. Even till now, she's still not that confident in herself because of all the body shaming in high school.
Yeah.
But just also on that, you as a friend, is there anything that you could tell those out there you've done this and it's kind of helped her?
Or you can motivate your or you can motivate yourself when you're bullied,
or even your friends,
or your friend.
You, in a boarding school setup, you really try to be there for the person. Tell them these people are just like this. That's how they are. Just be who you are. No one cares really. It's just a way of trying to make fun out of something at the end of the day. But when it's affected someone for about 4 years, the whole of high school basically, to them, she's so used to it. Your advice is just one of those ways you're trying to make her feel better, but she doesn't feel it anymore.
Goes through the 1 year and gets out the next.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, no, man. But thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Nyasha, for joining.
You're welcome.
Yeah, please
Thank
pass our greetings to the family. Yeah.
I will.
Okay, sure. Bye.
Thank you so much. Bye.
Thank you. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Man,
If you want to send some facts on this, bro.
first person to mention that it even affects adults.
Mm.
Guys know, but bullying is serious. Like, she just mentioned a friend that she knows 4 years.
Being
4
bullied.
years of bullying, fat shaming. And it might also be name calling, other than just them fat shaming. And I feel like for me now, looking back at it, there was a time in grade 7, if not 6, 7, about, because like I said before, I used to be a little round. You know what I'm saying? The boy is chubby, had chubby cheeks and all. But I got faster in athletics. So now the one day we had PE, and we went to the field and we're having relay practice. So now this other little group of girls, they came by and they were like, okay, they made their team, and they're like, oh, you know what? Actually, I want to race against Dwayne. I feel like I'll beat him. And then me being me, the calm guy, I was like, okay, you know what? It's fine. And now that I think about it, guys, name calling is definitely bullying, because you never know how someone can feel. Luckily for me, I was always that calm guy. I was like, you know what? I'm not going to take it like that. Let me just show you what I can really do. And we went on, we raced. I beat the girl, and I looked back while I was running. I was like, "Yeah, you can't catch me. I'm fast. I'm that guy." But you know, man, there's times when, like they both mentioned, you're bullied and you won't even know. It gets so normal.
And sometimes you get used to it. To the point that you even forget that these guys are bullying. You even take that name as your name.
Yeah.
You even say, okay, fine. If I'm fatter, then. All right.
I
still remember when I still remember when I was in grade. Okay, I think my primary. So on the robot there was this airtime guy. So this airtime guy used to call me. I used to call him Choki, and he used to call me Sticky. So even up to now, when I'm passing when I'm passing the robot, even my mom was shocked. I said Choki, he said Sticker. So I was used to it until I was like, okay, let me just take it and live it like that. I was like, okay, yeah.
And I think that's another thing where many of the names people are given, or many of the statements people are told, whether it be at school, work, or whatever, it becomes a part of you, and you accept it. You're like, okay, that is me. When really, in actuality, it's not. And it just shows how people can really get stuck up on something especially when they're bullied. Like it really messes up with their mental view on themselves.
I can say, I don't know if I said this last episode. I was fat shamed in primary.
So both of you, friends in the family.
I'd say grade 4, grade 4 to 5. No, grade 4 to 6. Yeah, that time space, I was fat shamed. But I'd say in the beginning, it was painful. Yes, it was very painful. It made me, I'll say, antisocial. Like, I would only talk to people through WhatsApp, basically. I wouldn't talk to anyone. I would go to school, finish school, come back, just watch TV or do whatever I do at home. But at some point, I'd say around grade 6, around there, people who would like fat shame me, right? At first I'd be like, okay, these people are fat shaming me. And as the time I went away, and you're like, don't let it hit you that hard, because sometimes it's not really that deep as you think it is. But them calling me that, right, I took it as a motivation. They say, okay, I need to change. Something needs to change.
Yeah.
And I mean, yeah, they would tell me, you're overweight, what. I ended up taking that as a motivation, like, let me go to the gym, let me do something to change.
You're the first person saying bullying motivated you.
I guess also it comes with having good self-esteem, not necessarily high self-esteem, but good self-esteem.
Just good,
where even if someone comes with something negative, you'd be like, okay, fine.
It's fine.
Then you go back and review yourself. What is actually wrong? Can I fix it? Okay, then you fix it. Done. You know what I'm saying? What do they call it? Something criticism. But at the same time, it doesn't really fall under that. But for yourself, that's what you put it under. You'd be like, okay, this is some good criticism. They're saying I'm fat. Fine. Let me go change it.
And also for some people, right? They can be bullied many different ways. But that can be also changed into your motivation to change something.
It can motivate you to do something.
It can motivate you to change something. So I'd say for people who are fat shamed, right, they should take that. I wouldn't say they should take it lightly. I mean, it's not a light thing.
Yeah, it is not.
For you to be fat shamed, right? But I'd say load it off to someone. Yes, something I wanted to state before is English. I wanted to state before that you can load it off, right? But the effect will still be there.
Yeah.
Even let's say example for a bowl, right? Bowl of soup. You be eating the soup, you finish the soup, but there still remains of soup inside that you didn't finish or you can't finish because there's still like grains or whatever is still inside that's still there in the bowl. So even if you load it off, there'll still be
bits and pieces
that still might affect you, but it's not as strong as having a whole bowl of soup. Yeah.
So I think you guys have really brought up some good points, right? So I think we'll call our next caller Tanaka, another friend of Maranatha's.
Today our friend.
So let's give her a call.
So actually Tanaka, she has been bullied before. So she actually told me that today. It's like, what? Were you bullied? Yeah. I'm like, oh, okay.
Now I'm gonna find out how it was.
Yeah.
Hello.
Hey Tanaka.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. You're talking to your bestie.
Oh.
So just say hey bestie.
Hi bestie.
How are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
I'm good. I miss you. You haven't been calling me. What's going on?
Space for personal stuff.
Oh, okay, it's fine. I'm allowed to ask my best why she's not calling me. Okay. On the table you have Ryan, Claire, and Wayne.
Hello.
Hi, nice to meet you guys.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah, so I'm going to hand you over to Claire. and you guys will have a chit chat.
Right, so since in today's episode we're talking about bullying and the mental effect of it, right? So for you, what's the biggest effect of bullying on someone's mental health?
Sorry, come again. Sorry.
What's the biggest mental effect of bullying on someone's mental health, in your opinion?
I feel like when someone gets bullied, right? Well, for me, when I got bullied, I wanted to change my appearance because I got bullied because of my appearance. So I'm a very tall girl. I'm 6'11".
Yes, girl. Really? We love to see it. Yes.
Yeah. So my parents sent me to boarding school, and a boarding school, there are a lot of people with different heights.
Yeah.
And I was one of those girls.
You were outstanding. I mean, in Africa in general, I say Southern African countries, the general height for women is like 5'2", if not 5'4", which is about 1'6", 1'5'7".
They didn't even go to 6.
They're not even that tall, really. So you are just like outstanding. You are unique as you are already. So yeah.
Oh, thank you. Of my appearance. So, I think you guys know the movie Tall Girl.
Yes.
Yep.
So then, in Tall Girl, she wanted to have a height surgery because she's too tall. But then I didn't think about that. No, I didn't realize that this girl was actually taller than me. So I got height. But sometimes it affects me because most of the good-looking boys are shorter than me, so that's a disadvantage.
Yeah.
It's okay. Kevin Hart's wife is taller than him.
Thank you for that. They say tall girls are.
For how it affected my mental health, I wanted to change my appearance, which is kind of bad because I believe many people want my height, especially the boys.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Ooh, even just to be 6 foot alone, they will cry for it. Because in today's society, everyone's like, if you're not 6 foot,
I don't want you.
Yeah.
Guys, I'm short.
So I then
I'm short. Sorry. Yeah.
Yeah, so
I didn't realize. Oh, okay. So I realized that there's no need to change my height. That's how I am. A person who loves my height will come through, we'll take it from there.
So I wanted to know, do you have any advice on how to heal from bullying for the viewers out there?
No, I feel like how to heal, right? You need to have people. You need to have positive people around you. Because if you have negativity, it also contributes to people changing their appearances. Yeah,
do more than just your appearance.
So you just have to have the best, or can I say, people, a good friend group, people who support you, who accept you the way you are, who just love you for who you are. And also, you're supposed to be confident.
Be confident.
Be confident.
Have good
very
self-esteem.
Confident.
Good self-esteem.
Did you say that?
Yeah. Good self-esteem. Doesn't have to be high, but just good. Good. Yeah.
Feel good about yourself. Because if you don't, who do you want, to do for you?
Motivate
you understand what I'm saying.
Motivate yourself first before you go look for motivation out there.
Because if you go to others, they'll talk about other stuff. They'll motivate. They'll just be like, "Are you okay?" You say yes. Okay, they'll carry on.
Are you okay? Yes. Are you sure? Yes. Are you sure? Yes. They'll leave you.
Life moves.
Yeah.
I know, man.
So the motivation is to start with you, then it goes to other people and so on. Yeah, because the more you motivate yourself, you could actually influence someone to also feel good about themselves because of the way you handle yourself.
Yeah, most
Some
definitely.
people just need to copy for them to also feel good about themselves. Yeah, that's what I've noticed. So yeah. That's what I have to say.
Thank you so much, Tanaka, for joining us.
You're welcome.
Please tell your twin sister I said, what's up?
What's your twin?
Okay.
Oh, yeah. Oh, wait. We actually have twins on the table as well. Ryan and Clay.
Yes.
Yeah, that's interesting. Okay.
You should have told your sister to train us.
Now we'll
But
get
anyways,
the
just
next
tell her I said,
one.
what's up? And thank you for joining. Okay, bye.
Man, got us a tall girl. Guys, okay, for those who don't know, viewers out there, 6'11", right, according to Google,
Dr. Google
is about 210.82 centimeters.
Any meters?
That's 2 meters. That's 2,108.
2
No,
meters.
182. 2,182.
Okay.
That's in meters, yeah.
Sure.
So she's taller than she's the height of a door, if not a
Yeah,
little taller.
she's tall. Trust me, she is tall.
No, but man, what she mentioned, how her height, and she was bullied for that, or not necessarily bullied, but she was made fun of. So bullied because of her height.
Because imagine if you're on assembly at school, maybe you're standing.
Tallest
And
one there.
She was like first grade 8, right? And the others would be like down there. She would be
How's
there.
the weather up there?
You see, people.
Yeah.
Yeah, no man, but she mentioned some good stuff that you have to be confident in yourself. Like I
Confident
said,
in
have good
yourself.
self-esteem.
She said something about. She said, "Be a good example for yourself."
Yes, become an idol for others.
Exactly. So if you motivate yourself when people are bullying you, imagine what other people who are being bullied will do.
The people who are watching.
The people who are watching, they'll obviously motivate themselves to go through the bullying. Let me not say process.
The process of getting out of it.
Exactly. Yeah.
But I guess on that also, you could also look at the life of Jesus Christ, right? The man was bullied, like we mentioned in the previous episode. He was bullied, right? But him always showing kindness, like they say, putting coals on someone's head. Many people are like, as much as we bully, like it confuses people. They're like, you're getting bullied, but how are you still standing and being motivated and you're smiling?
If someone bullies you and you're calm, it will really confuse them because they're expecting you to fight back. But you're not fighting back.
I still remember we also talked about Joseph. Look at what the brothers did to them. But besides all of that, what they did to him, he went back. I still remember when Joseph was sent by the father to go to the brothers. I think he knew that my brother doesn't like me. They don't like me at all. But you went to the brothers and said this, this. But even when the brothers were laughing at him, he was always kind. He was always calm all the time. So yeah.
And in the end, he still forgave them after he was sold.
Even when he was in the prison, people you see, he was also bullied in the prison. But the boy was too kind. He was too calm, and he was just, let me say, loving in general. Yeah. So motivate yourself and encourage yourself to go through this whole process and
show love.
Exactly.
Show love.
So all our colleagues have been girls, like, right? So we've got Mushomi, Wayne's friend. I don't know if he's gonna be available.
Let's try call and see. He might be busy. The boy is busy. For those who don't know, let me just mention this about him. He's a soccer player, right? He wants to become a soccer player. The boy plays, right? And he might have gone to training today, so he might be tired. Let's see. But the boy plays soccer, so
which boy is this?
he was among school. I'm not sure if you remember him.
Did I meet him before?
Maybe, but I doubt. We'll see.
You have a small brain, so you won't remember.
That's bullying right there.
I'm sorry.
You're bullying me. You're bullying me.
You'll be okay, man.
You'll be okay. I'll be okay.
It's good. Okay. It's good to forgive.
It's good to forgive.
Let's call and see what the boy says. And I think I was just doing a search of what's the average height of women in Southern Africa, and it's, like I said, 5'4", which is about 1.6, I guess. But yeah, man.
Because if you're 6 foot and you're a guy, as you said before, hey, girls are like,
okay. Oh my goodness.
How tall are you? 6 foot.
Like,
oh.
Yo,
What's up? What's up?
you good, my guy?
Yeah.
That's good. That's good. You sound tired. What's up?
Nah. I was just lying down, eh?
A soccer player. A soccer player.
The future star.
Yeah, the future star.
No. But today we're talking on bullying and just the mental effects it has on a person. Or I guess you could also look at the three spheres, being the physical, mental, and spiritual effects it has. And I'll just hand you over to Claire for the questions. Oh, and just before you do that, I have at the table here with me, I have Claire, Ryan, and Maranatha. So could you guys just say hi to my boy?
Wala.
What's up?
Wait, guys.
We were told you're a soccer player, so after this you can hit me up. I have connections to Barcelona. I'm playing. No, I'm playing.
I mean, what did you do, my guy? But we're just gonna hand over
Me,
to
I'd never
Claire
play for
questions.
Barcelona.
Which club do you wait? Which team do you support?
I support Manchester United.
I'm also
Yes,
a Man U
please.
fan. Thank you. I can actually do a connection right now. Yes, now we're
I'm
talking.
calling Ronaldo.
Call
for
Sir
you.
Alex.
It's
Call Sir Alex
Yeah.
fast.
My boy wants to come through.
Yeah.
Now, many supporters are the one. Love those guys.
fine. Loyal.
But
Man U
this
for
is not
life.
about menu. This is about bullying. Let's get back to the topic.
Anyways,
Yeah.
So as Wayne stated, our topic is bullying and the mental effects, right? So we wanted to know from you, what's your personal view on the biggest effect on someone's mental health in terms of bullying?
I guess it really depends, and at what stage of life you're in, because sometimes it requires. Some people can take bullying to a certain extent, or they have a certain tolerance for bullying. For me personally, I think because this is related to me because back in the day before I moved to Centurion, I used to live with my grandmother, and at the time, because I was raised majority like by women, my aunts and my grandmother, I used to stay around them a lot. I used to have, I picked up like female traits, and then so much so that every time I went to go play like football, my friends would like pick on me. I was like, this guy he acts like a girl sometimes, but it's not like I really do that, but like I subtle things because I never had like a male prominent figure to look upon,
Yeah.
It's only when it's only when after I learned, it was like, nah, this is how a gentleman is supposed to act and react. Like certain situations are just react, like just like not how a gent is supposed to react. You know what I mean? So it's the thing of like people will like just pick on you for that. But I guess it's because of what I realized. I asked my uncle one time because he was really there because he was always working. I asked him, what can I do? How can I silence like these people like from getting into my head? And one thing he told me is that mindset is very crucial. So it's how you think. So it's how you think and how you receive those thoughts that'll perceive them. So if you take them to heart, they will affect you. But at the same time, you need to know which comments are you gonna pick, are you gonna listen to, which comments are you gonna hear, and which comment are you just gonna listen and you're just gonna let in through one ear and out through the other, So it's things like that.
True.
So I'm just guessing. It's really dependent. So I'm saying, for a young kid or a young child, sometimes to them it's detrimental because they are in a point of developing, But
So
at some point, they might not have the skills to cope. Exactly. But at some point, when you get somewhere, you get older, you realize you know what you have to do. You know your strengths. It's just like whatever. Like even now, my friends, my high school friends, they know me. I had a little, tendencies, a little stuff there.
Yeah.
But it's for jokes. But it's like I don't really care because we've created an environment for ourselves that's like we are comfortable in expressing each other. But at the same time, at the end of the day, we are men of honor. We are men of valor. That's what we always progress to be. We're not perfect men, but all the time we're progressing men.
Yes, on a
So-
guy.
So I just feel like, yeah, bullying, especially mentally, it is on your mindset and where you are at that stage in your life. So yeah, that's how I feel about it.
I think just to put it a little level up, what would you say? How do you think bullying would affect someone spiritually?
Yeah.
Ooh, that is a tricky one, eh? I mean, it's like spiritually, if we're talking spiritually in terms of like, let's say your relationship with God and your relationship with Jesus, it's like when you first starting to know Jesus, like that first like euphoria was like, wow, this is amazing, right?
This is what it's really
Like,
yeah.
This is what it really is. And then when something like that happens to you while you're getting to know Jesus or while you're in the process, will you be strong enough to know that I know where to get my my valuation from. My valuation comes from the book, comes from prayer. The book is the Holy Bible, by the way. It comes from the book, comes from prayer and stuff like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The food is like so it's just like that spiritually, and you should never deter or run away from the Bible when you come through challenges. I think man, I think I'll just paraphrasing here, but I think there is a verse that says I know it's Psalm 1, Psalm 1 verse 6 somewhere. A good man meditates on the word of the Lord day and night. I'm just paraphrasing, I'm not sure, but it's somewhere along those lines, right? So that's the thing. So that's the thing. Spiritually, yes, it can affect you, but how will you react or respond to that situation? That is what is important.
Okay, nice. And I think just the last question before we let you go would be: have you either been bullied or experienced someone else being bullied before?
Man, I've been bullied. He's
said before. He's been bullied.
He's been bullied, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I have.
Yeah.
I have.
Mm-hmm.
And someone experiencing bullying. I think I have seen someone being bullied, but maybe it's like one of those things that I've seen it and then I was like, I didn't like that, and then I tried to stop it, by like creating a new topic or something, or like sometimes it happens when you can bully someone by sometimes it happens where people gossip about people like that, even though someone is unknowing of that bullying, you're creating an image of another. It's happening. You're creating an image of another person and then they're gonna perceive that person as that way. And in a way, very well that person won't like to be treated that way. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think I have been bullied and I have seen other people bullied.
Okay.
I've seen it.
And just lastly, now when you're leaving, what would be a word of encouragement to those out there who either may be going through bullying or have just come out of it and are recovering?
My word of advice would be I know people who are being bullied or coming out of it. As much as you are going through the most, it is important that you have someone to talk to. And I know sometimes it's hard. It's extremely hard to have to find that person. But I always found that talking to a guardian or mostly like that, a teacher that you can talk to, someone that could help you. It just someone who you know or who you have identified that can listen to you. These people, although we may not recognize these people yet in our lives, we should just take our time and see who are these people that I can talk to. For instance, I knew at my school I could talk to Mr. Manyamana. He was a new guy there, but I could talk to him. I know always, So identifying those parts, because some people, when they bully, they don't feel comfortable sharing with their friends because they are not at that level of, let me say, the level of bond with their friends. You know what I mean?
Yeah. There's not that much trust.
There's not that much trust. Yes. So my advice is certainly talk to someone about it, and also pray about it, because it's very important. As much as even though we don't have, even we don't say we have physically someone to talk to, you can spiritually always have Jesus. You can always get down on your knees and just pray. You know what I'm saying?
Most definitely.
And as much as we can, and we can always find comfort in the word, because there is stories of outcasts in the Bible, people who are wrongfully treated. Jesus was wrongfully treated himself. You know what I mean?
Definitely, yeah.
You see, so I feel like that's what they should do. Find inspiration in that. Also choose your friends carefully, guys. Like, I don't know, maybe I'm going a bit off topic there, but it is important that you. Okay. But it is important for you to actually discern the friendships that you create, because at the end of the day, these people that you choose, they become the people that influence who you are, because you are who you hang out with. So make sure. So make sure you build that circle of faith, and that is important.
Otherwise, thank you so much for your time, my guy.
Alright, guys, thank you for calling me.
Thank you.
See you later. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day, whatever time of day may be where you are. But
Mutu is in Centurion.
Guys, come on, man. You never know. What if he goes international one day? Come on, man.
I'm taking him international. Watch me. Give me a call.
Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
And that's on Face Talk, guys. Thank you.
Oh yes.
Now check you, my guy.
Bye.
Sure.
Oh yeah. Sure.
Be careful when you're choosing your friends. Yeah. Because when you hang out with your friends, let's say you're at school, you see your friends for 5 days, right? And you only have 2 days during the weekends. Then you see your friends again. So most of the time you're seeing your friends. So definitely you're going to get the characters that they have in you as well, and they're also going to get your character in them. So be careful with your friends. When you choose your friends, that's a good point. That was a good point.
Our episode is coming to a close, coming to an end. But I think Dad is available for us to call. Should we give him a call?
Let's try and call him and see.
Let's call him.
Let's see.
Big man.
Yeah. So let's see if Pops, Mr. Ndhlalambi, is able to come.
That's all.
Hello.
Hi.
What is up?
Hey guys, what's up?
Surprise.
No, this is Claire's phone, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh yeah. So how are you doing, my people?
We're good.
Great stuff.
Yeah, so
I'm proud of you guys. Very happy for what you're doing.
Thank you. So yeah, before we went to end the episode, I wanted to get a medical view on the effects of mental health on bullying. So, how have you seen bullying affect someone's mental health and physical health?
Yeah, so a human being is created in different facets.
Yeah.
one of which is the mind. In fact, what really makes us almost like God. I hope you guys can hear me without.
It's a little windy where you are, out in nature.
Yeah, no, I'm just outside in the park. So human beings are made up of the mind.
Mm-hmm.
They have the body, and they also have the spiritual. So your question was impact of bullying on the mind, right?
Yes, mentally, yeah.
Yeah, so you would know that the mind, the mental part, the mind is the center of your intelligence, your awareness, your consciousness. And it is the seat that God wants to influence. When God says, give me your heart, my child, God is saying, give me your intellect and all its emotions. Right? So you can imagine anything that affects your mindset ultimately impacts on your view of God.
Yeah.
And ultimately the way you see other people. Okay? And I would say, without giving you too much detailed, complex stuff, anything you see, anything you hear, and perhaps anything you touch ends up in your mind. So it comes in as a stimulus. You process it. It becomes a part of your being. By that I mean it becomes part of your living memory. All right, and so it becomes a bank of thoughts that you have, and so it changes the way you think and how you look at life in general. All right. Now there are many studies that have been done to look at the impact of bullying on the mind. All right, and its adverse effects on the mind. One of the key one, obviously, is it makes you an angry person or a depressed person.
Yeah.
Okay. And one of the I think I read another study that says chronic bullying is actually linked to white matter changes in your brain. All right. You remember we say the gray matter and the white matter of the brain?
Yes.
So the studies have shown that constant or exposure to prolonged bullying or chronic bullying changes your white matter, and it makes a person more susceptible to depression. So bullying is the guy that opens the door for you to be depressed. All right. And other studies, of course, in science have shown that bullying makes your mind release what we call the stress hormones. I think one of them is called cortisol, right? Which is involved in the rewarding process. When you do something good, you get rewarded. But when you get stressed, you no longer reward yourself, which then affects the way your brain functions. Okay? And these chemicals that are released when you're bullied make you more reactive to stress in general.
Yeah.
Okay? And they also change the way your blood circulates. They elevate your heart rate, and they really create havoc inside the person that we don't get to see. And unfortunately, some of these changes, as much as the brain is plastic and it's a network of cells that regenerate themselves, but sometimes this damage can be long-term. And it is therefore important that when anyone suffers from bullying, the fact that you don't have a physical wound that we see outside, you must know that internally your software and your functioning has been damaged, and you need to deal with that, and there are many ways to do it. And so I think let me stop there in terms of the impact on your minds. Yeah.
Well, thank you, Jed, for the insight. I think we should really get you to sit down on the set, you know, really talk to you in person, so that, you know, we can get the feel of Mr. Ndhlalambi talking to us teenagers, you know. So thank you for coming on the call. Really appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
You're most welcome, and all the best, guys. Thank you.
All right, thank you.
Yeah, please enjoy your time in the park.
All right, sure.
All right.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Man's got data.
It's like you could sit down with the man and just talk and talk and talk.
I can do this for hours.
But I mean, a really good point that I picked up from there is that when you're bullied, you can either go on the aggressive side, the aggressive effect, which is like you bullying someone else, like,
or you just being angry.
Being angry, and you being on the depressed side of the effect of bullying.
Yeah.
So that really explains that bullying can either make you be an angry person
or a depressed person.
Or a depressed person.
Well, thank you guys for this episode. Was really insightful, getting our friends' views, getting Pop's views on bullying, and also our own stories, you know, our own stories of how we've been bullied and how we've healed and how we turn to God. Right. So to end, I think if you want to say anything motivational to the viewers out there, this is your platform. Keep it short and sweet, and then I'll ask Maranatha to pray for us.
Do you guys have anything to say?
Any motivational words?
I think for I'm
it's all been
you
said.
good?
Yeah, I'm good.
It's all
Man,
been
the Lord
said.
said, our cause mentioned the stuff, man. Like Mishami said, stick to your Bible.
Yeah.
There's people who've also been treated badly. Read that. And the word also has words of encouragement. You know what I'm saying? Good self-esteem, it doesn't need to be high. Just good self-esteem. And get someone to talk to, which is really the main thing.
And
So
also
that's it for me.
self-love. Love yourself.
Appreciate yourself.
Appreciate yourself.
Motivate yourself.
Mm-hmm.
yourself.
I liked when we called your friend, when you said, be careful when you choose your friends. There's a saying that goes, be careful who you tell when you buy a new Beamer. Be careful who you tell when you buy a new Beamer, because after telling them guys I bought a new Beamer, they will come and take it away from you. So just be careful when you're choosing your friends, because after all, the character of your friends who build your character as well. So yeah, that's what I want to say to the viewers out there. And I'm the one who's praying.
Yeah.
Let's join our hands.
Let us pray.
Oh yes. Let's pause and pray. For our Lord who's up above in heaven, may your mercy, love and peace be multiplied on everyone who's on this table and to the viewers who are watching this. We thank you for the love that you have been giving us. Thank you for the blessings that you have given us, Lord. There's so many things, Lord, that we can thank you about, Lord, and there's so many things that I can ask from you, ask so that you can give us now, Lord. But for this, at this point of time, Lord, I just want you to be with everyone out there who has been bullied, not only those who have been bullied, there are also people who want your blessings out there. They're going through different stuff, Lord. Just be with them, Lord. And also be with us as we're going to be doing your episodes here, Lord. And please give us things that will benefit us and will benefit those who are going to be watching. After all has been said and done, may our names be found in the book of life. I pray you love in him. Amen.
Amen. Alright guys, thank you. See you guys. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe and share. Alright guys, we'll see you in the next episode.